What's poppin', YouTuber? Welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And in this video right here, we're gonna be talking about if you have planets in the 7th house. And I'll pause for the cause. If you don't know how to look at your house's placements, if you don't know how to read your birth chart, if you're a new subscriber, if you're just starting off your journey of self-love, self-knowledge, self-understanding, if you don't realize why it's so important to look at your chart and to understand yourself and to love yourself through astrology and numerology, don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos. I'll put the link in the description. You have to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you looked at your birth chart and you realize you have different planets in the 7th house, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Now before we start, let's talk about what the 7th house means and what it represents in the birth chart. So the 7th sign in astrology is Libra. So the seventh house represents Libra type things, Libra characteristics. And we're also moving from personal expression into social identity. So the first quadrant was personal identity, second quadrant personal expression, and now we're going on top of the chart. So this is like your outer world, what people see. So 7th house begins your social identity. So that's your outer world, how you identify yourself socially. And we're talking about 7th house things. So we're going to be through relationships, marriages, partnerships, things of that sort when it comes to Libra-esque things, relationships especially. So now if you have your sun in the 7th house, remember the sun is your ego. So it's like having your ego in the house of relationships. So basically your ego is going to be tied in, it's going to be correlated and tied in directly with the relationships you have around people. A lot of times these people kind of identify themselves through who they're dating, through their partnerships, even through family and friends. It's like they're going to identify themselves through people around them. So it's kind of hard for them to be alone because they get their ego, they get their identity through relationships, through partnerships. So these people have to be careful not to over-identify yourself through people, because then this will lead you having not knowing like who you truly are unless you're dating someone, not knowing who you truly are unless people are around you. So it's really good to really understand yourself and to like be within yourself and to understand who you are as a person before you kind of rely on others for your identity, for your ego boost or whatever. But all in all though, having your sun in the 7th house, you're going to be attracted to people that are really like, really are showy, a little flashy, a little bit like kind of that Leo kind of energy, that are really out there in your face. You kind of like people that have like are opinionated, that have their opinions set, that know what they want, are kind of assertive too, because you are you're the type that wants to actually tag along a little bit, that wants to be with somebody that has like, a strong personality. So understand all in all though that you don't over identify yourself through dating, through having partnerships, through relationships, that you don't become too codependent on people. But your ego is going to be definitely correlated to who you're dating, people around you, relationships, and partnerships. So keep that in mind. Your marriages, you're going to have a really strong need to be in a relationship. You're going to have a really strong need to be with somebody all the time, to talk to somebody all the time. So now having your moon in the 7th house, similar to having your sun in the 7th house, you're going to have emotional security, emotional stability if you are in a partnership, if you are in a relationship, when you are around people. Like your emotional needs to be fulfilled through interactions with people. This is like the social house, social energy. We're on top of the chart. So everything I'm going to be talking about in this video is going to be talking about socially, relationships, partnerships, things that people see. So it's your social identity. So you're going to identify yourself emotionally through the people that you're with, through the people you're around, through people you date. So understand that these people, they are attracted to nurturing type partners that really are easily able to express their emotions, because moon rules Cancer. So you'll be attracted to like Cancer-esque type energy, Cancer-esque type characteristic, Cancer type vibes. You're going to be very nurturing in your partnerships. You should be careful not to jump from relationships to relationships easy, because like the moon changes a lot. So these people, they kind of look for like stability in everywhere they go. So when they put their whole heart into a relationship and it doesn't work out, instead of taking like a long break to get within themselves, they kind of like go to another one, go to another one, because they want to find that stability no matter where they go. Emotionally being tied into their relationships, their partnerships, their marriages. So keep that in mind, that you don't bounce from relationship to relationship without having that break of, being within yourself to understand who you are as a person. But understand, all in all, generally, you are emotionally fulfilled when you are in partnerships. You are emotionally fulfilled when you are in relationships, especially with people that are nurturing to you, people that are motherly, that are nurturing, that are caretaking. That moon Cancer type energy is what you're going to be attracted to. Y'all put your whole heart into when you're dating and when you're in relationships. So like, love is really important for y'all. Just be aware that you don't really look for love in the wrong places, that you're really aware that you know who you're giving your energy to, because y'all put y'all love energy deep when you get into relationships and when you get into partnerships. So now, having Mercury in the 7th house, these people in relationships, y'all need that mental stimulation. Y'all need to have a partner that knows how to talk, have a partner that knows how to intellectualize what they feel. Y'all like to be in relationships where it's going to be free flowing, ideas going to be sparking all the time. Y'all can have a conversation about anything. Y'all are just like very communicative in a way that y'all just love. You need a partner that loves to talk, that knows how to talk, and that keeps you mentally stimulated. Y'all are really y'all think about relationships in a very logical way, but to keep you excited, to keep you in tune with your partner, y'all need that mental Mercurian energy, relationship wise. So communication wise, stimulating wise, through talking and all that. So understand that if you're with a partner that doesn't know how to speak, or that doesn't really talk their feelings like that, that's what makes y'all feel uncomfortable. Also be aware, because Mercury moves really fast, that y'all don't look at relationships as in give or take, that y'all could either take it or leave it. Y'all could kind of bounce around too a little bit, because y'all just like to keep your mind stimulated in a way. Doesn't have to be all sexual when I say bounce around, but bounce around as in partnerships and people you keep close to you. So keep in mind that y'all constantly need that mental stimulation in relationships. You need a partner that knows how to speak and communicate, and you're attracted to people that are intelligent. Mercury is that intelligent planet, so you're attracted to people that know how to use your words, that know how to think intellectually, that know how to express themselves intellectually. So that's where you're going to be geared towards when it comes to relationships. People that use their brain, that know how to speak, that are smart, that are Mercurian. So that's like Virgo, Gemini-esque type energy. So now, having your Mars in the 7th house. Now we already know Mars is the planet of action, planet of fighting. So these people, when it comes to relationships, because Mars is the planet of action, these are the type of people that like to chase after what they want. They see somebody they want, and they're the type that actually like to chase and actually like the act of chasing after what they want, conquering whoever they're going after. Understand that you're going to be attracted to people that are really aggressive too, like Aries type energy, Scorpio type energy ruled by Mars. You're going to be attracted to people that are about that action, aggressive, are about the action, combative a little bit. Y'all low key like to argue in relationships, because that keeps you feeling alive. You could like to argue to the point that's a little too combative sometimes for the wrong people. It's like y'all don't like weak people. You like masculine type energy, Mars type energy, because you're the type that wants to be dominating, wants to control too. So you need a partner that can handle that. So understand that Mars, wherever Mars goes, you'll find conflict and combativeness. So you'll be the type to argue a lot in relationships, argue a lot in partnerships, argue a lot in marriages. But all in all, though, to keep you stimulated, to keep you alive, you need that passion. You want to feel that passion. You want to feel that energy. You want to feel that action. Y'all can have a really high sex drive too. You just want things to be passionate and aggressive a little bit. Y'all like that masculine energy. Be careful not to be so combative all the time. Be careful not to always want to pick fights when you're bored in relationships. Y'all just like to keep yourself stimulated physically and aggressively a little bit. So like I said, be careful not to fight all the time, but generally you're going to be attracted to people that are assertive, people that are similar to Sun in 7th house, people that are opinionated, people that have their mind, their own head on their own shoulders, that are independent in a way. But y'all are attracted to people that know what they want, and you go after what you want. You actually like to chase after what you want. You put your energy towards what you're going after in relationships and partnerships. Just be careful not to always be fighting, always be arguing to the max, even though you kind of need it. You actually do need it to feel like you're in a healthy relationship, you want to feel that passion, feel that like love and pain kind of thing. So keep in mind that you don't go overboard with it. So if you have Venus in the 7th house, completely opposite to Mars in the 7th house. Mars is like being attracted to that masculine energy. Venus in the 7th house is being attracted to that feminine, very attractive, beautiful, Venusian type energy. So these people, first of all, looks do matter big time to these people. You have to look very beautiful. You have to look very Venusian, like that Libra-esque energy. You have to look very, very attractive. So these people are going to be attracted to Libra people or Taurus kind of energy that really take care of themselves on a physical level. Y'all love harmony and peace in relationships. You kind of give yourself wholeheartedly in relationships because you crave just being able to harmonize with somebody, being able to just merge with somebody, things being peacekeeping, things being peachy creamy and all that. Y'all like things to be just like, even peel. You like to keep things leveled. So you want to attract people. You're going to attract people that are the type that likes to keep the peace, that like to be very harmonious and very Venusian. Just be careful that you don't look past things that actually matter because you want things to be harmonious. That you don't like. You could be the type to not bring things up that actually bother you because you want to keep the harmony. You could be the type to put somebody else's needs above yours because you want to keep the harmony. So understand that even though harmony is good, even though things being peaceful is good, when something has to happen that you have to like bring up, when something has to happen that you have to address, don't be afraid to address it, because when you let it go and you just forget about it and you put somebody else's needs above yours, that's how you get taken advantage of. That's how in the long run it won't work, because everything else will start to build up and you realize like, damn, so even though I wanted things to be peaceful and harmonious, so I kind of ignored it or I kind of didn't bring it up, it came back up anyway and it kind of bit me in the ass kind of thing anyway. So understand that y'all need to learn how to be more assertive and aggressive in relationships. But all in all though, y'all are generally very attractive people, and that's why you attract attractive people around you too. Y'all love things being Venusian and beautiful, your partners being Venusian and beautiful. Just don't be afraid to ruffle the feathers, I would say. Like Mars has to learn from y'all as in to be more harmonious, and you have to learn from Mars in 7th house to be more assertive in relationships, to be more to ask for what you want and to get what you want assertively in relationships, instead of being so behind the scenes or being so laid back and just being so, I want things to be peaceful, I want things to be harmonious all the time, I don't want no trouble in the way. But all in all though, these people really love relationships big time. They love big time. They love being in love, having a beautiful partner, being with that partner, being around them all the time. They just love things being beautiful and harmonious and Venusian. That's that Venus in 7th house energy. So now if you have Saturn in the 7th house, everywhere Saturn goes, you already know everywhere Saturn goes, it makes it difficult. It kind of covers it up, it puts boundaries up, it makes it difficult, it gives you restrictions. So these people, y'all take relationships very, very seriously. Saturn makes you, it kind of slows it down and it forces you to take it seriously, because you kind of go through obstacles at first. So it forces you to kind of put your attention towards that area in life. So Saturn and 7th house people, y'all are not the type to date around. Y'all probably have like really long relationships or few relationships growing up. Y'all don't like to date person to person, because y'all take things on a very serious manner. So these people are extremely loyal when they get into relationships. Well, what happened is at first, like especially before your Saturn return, which is why it's very recommended that you don't get married until like you're in your 30s or after your Saturn return has come around, because Saturn is going to be testing you when it comes to relationships. So at first, y'all be the type to really take relationships very seriously. Y'all are really stable. Y'all are really disciplined. Y'all are really serious in relationships. But then you will realize you're attracting partners that are not as serious as you. You're attracting partners or situations that are exactly opposite from you. It's kind of forcing you to actually learn how to slow down. Don't rush into it. Kind of take your time. So understand that before your Saturn return comes around, you might find it difficult to find a serious relationship. You might find it difficult to find like what y'all really want, which is that longevity, like longevity big time. These are the type of people that actually want to get married and want to have that stability. They want to have that longevity, want to build that empire with somebody. Capricorn energy wants to build and grind to the top. Saturn in the 7th house wants to build and grind to the top with a partner. So at first you might find it hard. Saturn's restricting it, making it difficult. But understand that as you are more patient, as you're more mature, especially after your Saturn return comes back around, after you understand who you are as a person, that's how you will realize, like, damn, so at first it was mad hard to find a relationship, to find a serious partner. But now I just found this person and we're like clicking on every level. This is what I want. Like, you will find that one partner that actually matches your stability factor, matches your seriousness factor in relationships. Y'all could be the type to be attracted to Capricorn type people or mature type people, like older. You could be type to like older men, older women, people that are mature, more mature than you, because you look up to maturity, you look up to discipline, you respect the discipline, you respect maturity, you respect things that are older. I would say things that are like proven to work. People that are mature, older, that have their head on their shoulders straight. You will be more attracted to that kind of energy. You're not the type, like I said, to go around dating just to have fun. You actually take things in a very serious manner. But at first, before your Saturn return, before the age of 30, you might find it difficult to find that. So be patient. Just keep taking care of yourself, keep loving yourself, and understand that when Saturn return comes back around and you're working on these things, Saturn will release its restrictions, and it will make it easy for you to find that stability, to find that stable life partner that y'all crave and y'all need. So understand it might be difficult at first to find a partner. Try not to get married before your Saturn return. I gotta stress this because it's said that these people could go through many divorces before the Saturn return. But then after Saturn return comes back around, understand that your love life, your partnerships, your marriages, you will get that stability that y'all need. And now having Uranus in the 7th house, this is like having an Aquarius Venus in a way. Y'all attracted to partners that are different. Like when you walk into a room, you like to look and you like to see who stands out, who's completely different, who's completely eccentric, because we already know Uranus rules Aquarius, so that's like that weird planet, eccentric, sporadic, spontaneous, just very different, individualistic kind of planet. So you're going to be attracted to people that are really independent, really individualistic, attracted to people that have a life outside of a relationship. I'm going to say this again. You're attracted to people that have a life outside of the relationship. Like, y'all don't like to be tied down. Y'all don't like to be all up under each other all the time, because Uranus likes to be free. It likes its freedom. So you respect people that can give you freedom, that can give you your space. So y'all love a relationship that is like really unconventional, that's really different, that's really eccentric, but that's to what makes you feel comfortable. Y'all don't like clingy partners. You can't handle clingy partners because Uranus does not like to be stuck. It likes to just move. Aquarius energy, Uranus energy just likes to be free. So you're the type that wants to have like a friendship dynamic first, turn into a relationship. Y'all like freedom, y'all like space. Y'all like a partner that has a life outside of a relationship, like I said. You're going to be attracted to people that are just very different and weird a little bit in your dating life, as in marriages and partnerships. You could get married unexpectedly. You could get divorced unexpectedly. It could be like unexpected occurrences could happen when it comes to your partnerships, marriages, and 7th house energy. But all in all, though, understand that y'all need to have space in relationships. Y'all need to have independence in relationships. It's like you want to have a relationship, at the same time you want to let that person give you space a little bit. So keep in mind, though, you're going to be attracted to people that are more of the weird side, more of the eccentric side, more of the progressive thinking side, like the rebellious side. Or you could be the type to completely rebel against marriage, completely rebel against contracts and all those 7th house energies. So keep in mind that looking at your chart, you got to see how the energy plays out for you. But all in all, though, in relationships, y'all need that space. Y'all need that accountability of like knowing that, all right, I know I love you, you love me, but we're not going to be up under each other all the time. We're not going to be constantly like together 24/7. Like, I need to be able to do my thing, you do your thing, and then we come together and discuss. Then we go do our thing, come together, discuss. Like, you like having two people that can have their own life outside of relationships. I gotta keep stressing that point. So now having Pluto in the 7th house, this is low-key like having a Scorpio Venus. The thing about this is y'all need and y'all crave intensity. Y'all like that obsessive energy in relationships. Like, I love you so much till the death do us part. you're all mine, you're not going nowhere. You like that intensity, passionate, all that like low-key possessive kind of energy. You like having a partner like that. At the same time, y'all like being in control. So you don't want to have a partner that wants to dominate you and control you, but you want to be able to dominate and control that person. At the same time, you want that person to be all about you and to be obsessed with you, but you don't want to feel like you're being dominated and you're being like, tied down too much. It's like, it could be like a little conflict a little bit in relationships for y'all when it comes to power struggles. Just like, you want to be in control, you want to dominate, but you want that person to be all up on you. You want that person to be obsessed with you. You want to have that passionate relationship. You want to have that like aggressive, passionate, obsessive relationship, but you don't like to feel dominated in a way. Also, with this placement, understand that every relationship you get into, when it ends, you're going to transform as a person. Like, you go through transformations through your relationships. Pluto rules Scorpio. Pluto is a planet of transformations, things having to die to resurrect itself. So understand that every time you go into a relationship, you're going to change either for the better or for the worse. So understand you got to choose your partners very carefully, choose them wisely. But y'all like to have that committed, all or nothing, you're all mine, I possess you, we're together, like you're mine. Like, you want to have that Pluto intensity, Scorpio intensity kind of relationship, kind of passion to your love dynamic. Like I said, y'all don't like to feel controlled, y'all don't like to feel dominated, but y'all could low-key be dominating and be controlling in relationships, so keep that in mind. But y'all do need to know that partner loves you and only you. Like, you need to feel that, like, that strong passion, that Scorpio passion, that intense passion. Y'all need intensity in your love life. Y'all need intensity in your relationships and your partnerships. Like I said, be careful who you choose when you're dating, because every single relationship y'all get into, y'all transform as an energy, as a person. You could date somebody, and then when y'all break up, you'll find yourself being a whole different person, going through transformation, changing how you view things, changing how you view yourself, especially. Because remember, we're in a social identity, so all of these things is going to be how you identify yourself through your social life, through your partnership life, through your marriage life, through somebody else, through another individual. How you identify yourself through another individual. So keep that in mind for Pluto in the 7th house people, that y'all don't be too possessive over your partner and expect them to not kind of control you in a way, or not kind of want that same energy from you back, not want to, what am I trying to say? Don't be too possessive over your partner and expect them not to want the same back from you, or expect you to not want to be controlled, or expect you to not want to be possessed as well. It's like, you want to always be in control kind of thing. So understand that the power dynamic, the power struggles could be very strong in this placement. So be very careful who you choose to date is the biggest thing, basically. Very careful who you choose to be in partnerships with. Be very careful who you choose to marry, and I say, because y'all love that power struggle dynamic in relationships. Y'all don't love it, but y'all go through power struggle dynamics in relationships. So now, having Neptune in the 7th house, very similar to having a Pisces of Venus and Pisces. Remember, Neptune is a planet that rules Pisces. Everywhere Neptune goes, it makes it hard to really understand what's going on. It makes it delusionary, really hard to pinpoint like what's going on. Makes it more outer worldly, makes it more daydreamy, more fantasy type. So these people are the type to fantasize about who they love, who they want to be with. They're going to be daydreaming about them, fantasizing about them. And you could be type to be attracted to people that either need saving, because remember, they say like Pisces energy, either they need saving, they want somebody to save them, or they're always healing someone and saving somebody else. So you can be type to be attracted to people that always need saving, people that are like, really in another realm, very spiritual, very Pisces type people. Or you could be the type to actually want to be saved. You could be type that needs to be saved a lot. Be careful with this placement though, is that y'all don't wear, like I said in Pisces energy videos, rose-colored glasses in relationships, in partnerships. Y'all could create your own reality of who the person is you're dating, who the person is you're marrying, who the person is you're in a partnership with. You could create your own reality, your own way of viewing that person, putting on the rose-colored glasses, that even when you take it off and you see the reality of that person, it's hard for y'all to really look at that person in reality, because it's like y'all really idealistic in your partnerships. So be aware that the wrong people don't come into your life and take advantage of this energy, because y'all generally just love to give your love out like wholeheartedly, like just I love you so much, and like we're in relationships, and like I have this idealistic way of viewing it, and I look at you in a different way than what reality is. It's like I have my own imaginative way of viewing you and all that. It's like y'all can have a really mystical, daydreamy way of viewing the partner that you're in love with. So I'm just saying to understand that, be careful to kind of be in reality of look at that person of who they truly are, what they're showing you. Like they say, if a person shows you who they are, like believe them. Like understand that y'all have to believe when the person is showing you who they are, instead of kind of making your own viewpoint of that person, kind of making your own reality of that person. It's like really understand that rose-colored glasses thing is really strong for this placement. It kind of makes it hard to really see who that person is. But these people generally, Neptune in the 7th house people, you would never forget a Neptune in the 7th house person once y'all break up, because they love so spiritually, so like y'all, the way y'all love is just so imaginative, just so outer worldly, that the people that you interact with, they never forget y'all, because y'all are always like, y'all just so completely mystical and different. That's why it's so easy for y'all to get taken advantage of, because y'all love like so unconditionally. Y'all have true unconditional love for the people that you fall in love with. So just protect your heart, protect your energy, protect who you are as a person, so that you don't give that unconditional love to the wrong person that does not deserve it. Understand that rose-colored glasses is really big for this placement. So take off the rose-colored glasses, view that person for who they truly are, and then choose if you want to give your unconditional love to that person for who they're showing you, but not who you're kind of making up in your mind, or not who you're kind of envisioning in your mind, imagining in your mind. Like not that Neptunian way of viewing that person, but for the reality way of viewing that person. But keep that in mind for this placement. And now having Jupiter in the 7th house, you already know everywhere Jupiter goes, it expands it. It makes it it makes it more broad. It makes it more travel-esque. It makes it more wants to be with other cultures-esque. It just makes it more abundant. So these people, first of all, you're gonna be the type that you could find your partner, find your marriage mate, find your relationship in other countries, in other cultures. You could be the type to be attracted to other races, other cultures, other ethnicities. You need a partner that first of all loves to travel, just like y'all love to travel. You need a partner that loves to learn about life the same way y'all do. You need a partner that you're constantly growing, either mentally through the higher knowledge, which is 9th house, which is Sagittarius energy, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So you're going to be the type that wants to be with a partner that you can grow mentally, that you can grow spiritually, that you can grow expansive wise through your mind. So you need to be able to travel with someone that's open-minded, someone that actually asks questions about the trueness of life, someone that could teach you things. You're attracted, y'all love people that can teach you things. You're always like eager to learn about anything about life, just eager to learn. So you're attracted to partners that are the preacher types, that really know how to teach things and really preach things in a way. Like I said, attracted to people that are different cultures, different ethnicities. Understand that Jupiter here gives y'all more abundant dating life, abundant love life. You can attract a partner that is very generous, that really takes care of you. Like if you're a woman, you can attract a man that has hella money, and y'all get married and he shares it all with you. Or if you're a man, you can attract a woman that like really takes care of you in a very grand, generous way, cooks for you all the time, cleans for you, like is extremely generous. Y'all can attract really generous type people. And in love, y'all are the same way. Y'all are extremely generous and loving and giving. You give your whole heart out. Y'all are really abundant and over the top a little bit. Understand that y'all should be careful not to put too much optimism in relationships, that you kind of gloss over the details, gloss over the reality of that person. Similar to Neptune in the 7th house. Y'all could be really optimistic, just so grand and so big. Jupiter is just so big in your mind of who that person is, the idealism, that in reality you could gloss over who that person truly is, or kind of gloss over the details and contracts and things too. So like understand that y'all just have like a big way of doing things, a big way of feeling things, a big way of expressing yourself in love. Y'all attract grand, generous people. Y'all are really grand and generous in love as well. Like I said, don't be too overly optimistic about it that you kind of forget, or you kind of don't look at detail. You kind of don't look at things that are important in reality. So keep that in mind for this placement. So now if you have a 7th house stellium, which is having 3 or more planets in the 7th house, that means that in this reality, in this time, your focus is going to be geared towards relationships. Your focus, your emphasis is going to be geared towards who you're around and the relationships and partnerships that you deal with. So these people generally are very attractive. generally very likable. People love being around y'all. Y'all put a lot of your emphasis and identity through who you're dating. Social identity, the first house in the social identity quadrant. So you put a lot of personal identity through your socializing aspect of who you're dating, your partnerships, and your marriages. So keep that in mind, that y'all don't put too much emphasis on how people view you, that you don't love yourself, that it's like y'all could only love yourself unless somebody loves you, or unless somebody's dating you, or unless somebody's in a relationship with you, or unless somebody's kind of showing you who you are from being with them. It's like it's hard for y'all to kind of just get all that self-love by yourself. Y'all kind of look for it through other people. So be aware not to be too overextending of your energy and over your love. But generally, these people are the relationship-oriented type people. They love being in partnerships. They love having a partner. They love being with someone. Y'all could be like type to be really loyal to relationships, really loyal to your partnerships. So your emphasis in this lifetime is having partnerships, relationships. Like, that's your dynamic in this reality. Don't be too overextended. Like I said, don't put too much emphasis on your identity through other people. But generally, y'all love being in love. Y'all love being together with someone. Y'all do not like being alone. Libra energy does not like being alone. It's the scales. It has two sides. There's no way you can have a scale with just one side. It has to be balanced with two energies. So y'all love having two energies around y'all. So keep that in mind for this placement. So that's my video on the 7th house. I hope y'all enjoyed that. My next video is going to be on the 8th house, and you already know I'm about to go in talking about Scorpio energy. But if you have subscribed to my channel, appreciate all y'all for real. But if you haven't subscribed yet though, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie. I'm gonna see all y'all when I see y'all.